Jones knows. Is waterproof laminate still an option over all these vinyls like Nucor and Lifeproof that are dominating the market? Well, today on Jones Knows, we're going to find out if laminate is still a good option.
It's so beautiful, you and me, we meant to be.
Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm a flooring and stair contractor for over 20 years. You'll see me in the videos as well as my two sons who work with me and are learning the family business. Waterproof laminate. Is it an option or should you just go with the vinyl? What's the advantages and disadvantages of waterproof laminate? With the vinyls like Nucor and Lifeproof, as well as all the gazillion other brands that are dominating the flooring industry right now, what's the advantages of it? Are there any? It's waterproof, just like vinyl. Is it as waterproof? We're going to find out. Pretty sure it isn't, but is that a reason not to go with it? These are all questions we're going to find out today on Jones Knows. Laminate dominated the late 90s and all of the 2000s up until recently. Everything was laminate. New colors of laminate, new sizes of laminate, shiny laminate, dull laminate, hand scrape laminate, distress laminate. I dream, eat, and sleep laminate for so many years that I've done so much laminate that I just got burnt out with it practically. I started to focus more on real wood, engineered wood, stairs and stuff like that, but I've done probably hundreds of thousands of feet of laminate, literally. Everybody loved it. It looked great, hypoallergenic basically, because no dirt and dust got caught up in it. But if it got wet, oh boy, you hated laminate then all of a sudden. Your best friend laminate, now it's someone you wish you didn't even know. It was the worst decision you ever made, right? I've heard it all. I can't believe I put this in. What do you mean it doesn't withstand water? Why did it swell up? It was only under a foot of water. Toilet just overflowed a few days ago. I wasn't out of town that long. I don't know why it turned black. I swear it didn't get wet. Why is it swollen like that? That's not from water. There's no leaks in my house. I mean, these are all things I've heard. And it's usually always water. So companies then started coming out with what's called waterproof laminate. Pergo has one, the Outlast, Floor & Decor has one that I have in my own home. AquaGuard, it's a great product. And they're waterproof. Well, not really. They're waterproof for 24 to 48 hours, depending on how much water and how long it's in the water. Obviously, they can usually be saved though. I tell the story to a lot of my customers that are on the fence trying to decide about a customer I had a couple years ago during one of the hurricanes that had I've just installed a huge job for. One part of the job was a kitchen. We had a hurricane, the house stayed dry, except for that kitchen. It leaked back there. I was able to take the laminate out, put it on the back patio, laid it flat, left it out there for a couple days, put some fancy dehumidifiers in the kitchen. It dried out after 2 or 3 days. Lo and behold, the laminate was fine. Not a problem with it. We reinstalled it. Only expense to the customer was my labor. I don't come cheap, guys. No, I'm fair. When you pay extra for me, I'd pay extra for me. But this 2-week-old floor was fine. We saved the kitchen. We didn't lose any flooring. Now, had that floor been wet for, say people went out of town, it was wet for a week, then it might have been a different story. So it's a good product, but that being said, it's not completely waterproof. So why not go with the vinyl that you have no worries about, right? Why not? It's waterproof, right? Why am I even watching this video? Well, guess what? Maybe it's only water resistant, but is it more resistant to scratching and denting? I think it's time we find out and put waterproof laminate to the torture test. Let's meet the players. We have from Floor & Decor, AquaGuard. representing Home Depot and Lowe's, Pergo waterproof. Also representing Floor & Decor, who has 2 ponies in this race, we have Hydro Shield. We're going to put them through the same torture test that we put the vinyls through, and then we're going to compare them. We're going to start by running them over with my car. And it has some weight to it. I think equal to a grand piano. Maybe more. I don't know. It's about equal to, depending on how big a grand piano is. Depends on if you're a professional or not. Professional will probably have a really, well, what am I saying? Let's just get back to the test. We don't need to talk about pianos. That's for another video. Well, I don't think I'll ever do a video on pianos. But, I hope not. Well, not to say anything. I love pianos to the piano people out there. But anyways, we're going to replicate a piece of furniture leg. We're going to tape it to the face of the laminate. And then we're going to run my car on it and leave my car on it for close to 24 hours. I hate this test because now I can't go anywhere. By this time tomorrow, my car will be moved off of them and we'll find out how they fared. Neither the LifeProof or the Nucor did very well. LifeProof fared slightly better. Let's find out how they compare to waterproof vinyl. Poor guys, they're about to get run over. Alright, let's do this. Gloves and helmet, please.
Not this time.
You were supposed to get them for this test. I said this before when we did the last test. This was a dangerous torture test. I need to have props and equipment, and I need to have stuff so I don't get injured in the filming of this video.
You can't make me laugh. Remember, that guy doesn't like when I snicker in the background.
Someone says they don't like it when she makes sound, so. Shh. She don't come with a remote. I'm sorry, guys. I've wished for years she came with a remote, but it's just not going to happen.
No. I think I heard it crack.
That's good. Alright, so now we're going to go do the scratch test while the car sits on the floor for the next 24 hours. Alright, so let's give it the scratch test. We have Hydro Shield, Pergo, and AquaGuard. We're going to give them the same test that we gave the waterproof vinyl. We have an oscillating tool with a scraper blade on it. We're going to go to town on them, see what happens. We'll start out by applying a little bit of pressure, then we'll do a second test where we apply a lot of pressure. Eyewear?
You don't have any?
Alright, so let's see what we got here. Hydro Shield, virtually unscathed. We have the Pergo, no damage whatsoever. We have the AquaGuard.
Wow.
Damage. Danger. Danger. There's some damage. Not good. That was only general pressure, light pressure. Let's turn it up a notch. Let's really get it going now. Let's kick it. You want to see something funny? This is what I tell my customers all the time. You saw how that's white?
Yep.
That's aluminum oxide. When aluminum oxide scratches, it turns white. So I always tell my customers, if they get a scratch on their flooring, to just get a stain pen and make that white go away. It didn't get too deep into the finish, but it did turn the aluminum oxide white. Same thing with the Pergo. We do have some light scratching, but the Hydro Shield actually did pretty well. We have Hydro Shield first, Pergo second, AquaGuard last. Don't laugh, but yes, that is the floor that I have in my own home. I installed so much of it that I actually liked it and put it in my own home because it matched the cabinets and everything else. Yep. Unfortunately, I have the worst floor, apparently. This test isn't over yet. We'll find out how they fare with the car. So, it's been over 24 hours. We're going to move the car and find out if we've crushed the laminate with the torture test. Drum roll, please. Here we go. This is the Hydro Shield from Floor & Decor. It dented. This is the Aqua Guard. It did do a slight dent. Not too bad though, considering it was the car. And the Pergo, a slight dent. As far as the dent test is going, when we left the car on it for 24 hours, as far as the laminate goes, the Aqua Guard did really good. Hardly any damage at all. None of these dented nearly as bad as the vinyl. The vinyl was horrible after 24 hours. The LifeProof did slightly better than the Nucor, but these all fared really well. The laminate fared much, much better than the vinyl, which it should, because it's a different type of product. So let's just confirm my belief. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the LifeProof up against the Hydro Shield, which did the best in the scratch test yesterday. We're going to put those two head to head in the scratch test and see how they do side by side. It's round 2 of the scratch test. We took the winner from round 1, the Hydro Shield from Floor & Decor, and we're putting it up against LifeProof, which won the torture test when we did LifeProof against Nucor a few weeks ago. So it's LifeProof against Hydro Shield. Let's see which is the least scratch resistant. Drum roll, cat roll.
No, we're gonna tell him to move. Most cats, that would have scared them to death, and they would have been running.
Under moderate pressure, it's close. They both did about the same. Let's go and turn it up a notch. Let's kick it. Well, it cut into the vinyl slightly. It did leave some wear marks.
Max said no.
Wow. But I would have to give the winner of that round to Hydro Shield as far as scratch resistant. You can see the scratches. Laminate's definitely a harder product. It has an aluminum oxide coating, which gives it its durability. Aluminum oxide is one of the hardest elements on Earth. It's always been very resistant to scratch and denting. That's not to say that this product scratches easy. We know, if you watch my other videos, that this fared very well in tests against other vinyls. And even in this test, I had to push down really hard to make any kind of impact on these two samples at all. So, I mean, even with that being said, you can hardly see. I can feel them slightly, but that really took a lot of pressure. Bonus round. Now, I'm only doing this test because I can't tell you in over 20 years how many times I've had customers in houses when we're looking at samples and trying to decide, do the famous, world famous key test. Everybody wants to try to scratch their laminate with keys, and it's happened, I can't even count how many times, by an infinite amount of customers practically. It must be an inside thing that all customers know about doing and try doing, so let's give it the key test. Wow, nothing at all. First generation laminates, when I first started doing this, first generation laminates would have like gouges all in them. 20 years ago, I could have wrote my name in a floor with that amount of pressure. Let's try the LifeProof. Well, that is amazing. Nothing, and I'm pressing this. I'm not just doing this for show. I am pressing super, super hard on this, and I can't even cut into it. So, props to both these products. That is really, really, really amazing. If I could find an old piece of laminate from 20 years ago, you would laugh. You see what would happen if I did that to it. Another round of testing. I won't bore you with all the details, but just one, and only one that you need to see. This is waterproof laminate after 3 days. It's almost double the size, and frankly, I can't wait to wash my hands. So in the moisture test, without any doubt, vinyl takes the cake. You can't even compare. That's why it's waterproof versus water resistant. So we put these products head to head, scratching, denting, and water. Well, laminate water. We know how vinyl does. Vinyl, I've already tested, does not damage from water. Laminate won in the scratch test. Laminate did pretty good in the dent test. It wasn't perfect, but it beat the vinyl. So laminate takes 2 out of 3. Some people think that moisture is the most important. It's a matter of opinion. What do I take from this? Who do I declare the winner? I'm going to go with the laminate if you have a home that has heavy furniture, lots of pets with long nails, and little kids that drag stuff across the floor. Laminate's definitely a more durable product for denting and scratching. If you have a home that is susceptible to moisture, whether it's little pets that pee and miss the pee-pee pad, plumbing problems, you live on the water and you're worried about overflowage, you have a sub-level, like a basement or something where you have rising water, then vinyl is definitely the better product for moisture. All day long, hands down. But I think waterproof laminate is still a viable option. I think it definitely has a place still in the flooring industry. I think it's a great option for a lot of people that have lifestyles that need something a little more rugged and that can still withstand scratching and denting, because the vinyl is going to be a lot softer. I had a person contact me through YouTube in the past week or two, and he sent me some pictures of a Nucor floor that he had a heavy couch on, and it had tons and tons of little dents and marks on it. So heavy furniture and vinyl can sometimes be a bad combination. Take precaution. I always tell my customers, put protection on the feet of your furniture, put rubber cups, put felt, whatever it takes to protect your floor. I think both these floors, water-resistant laminate and waterproof vinyl, are great floors. Everybody has a different lifestyle. You have to determine which of these 2 floors is best for you. That's why it's important to consult a flooring professional or do your research and watch YouTube, read reviews from other customers and professionals about these products. Check out my channel. I have lots of review videos on vinyl, laminate, vinyl now against laminate, and hopefully you'll pick the right floor for your home. Please drop me a comment if you have any questions. I've been doing this for 23 years and I have answers. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out our other videos on how-to flooring installation, stairs, trim, as well as our travel videos, of course our funny cat videos. Take out your favorite flooring mallet, smash that subscribe button. I hope we see you again soon.